Leaders are not always hated because they fail. Sometimes they are hated because they try very hard. This feeling is hard to say out loud. It is an uncomfortable truth. It does not fit the simple stories we tell ourselves about success and failure. But it is a pattern that repeats in human groups. To understand it, we must look at it quietly. We must set aside our quick judgments. We must be willing to sit with a difficult idea. Many people believe that leaders who are disliked are lazy or weak. This is the common story. It is a narrative that is easy to tell and easy to believe. It feels fair and just. We point to their visible mistakes. We measure the gap between what was promised and what was actually delivered. We ask why things did not improve faster. We wonder why they could not solve the problems that seem so obvious to us. These questions are not wrong. They often come from a place of genuine concern. They sound like common sense. They are the building blocks of accountability, a necessary part of any healthy group or society. But these questions do not tell the whole story. They leave out a quieter, more complicated part. They often ignore the immense unseen effort that happens behind the curtain. Visibility is a strong and heavy force. When one person stands in front of a group, they naturally draw more attention. Everyone watches them. The work going on behind the scenes, carried out by many, remains hidden from view. Yet the visible parts of the job are judged with the most intensity. If a leader speaks, their words are analyzed. If they make a small mistake, that mistake spreads quickly and is remembered for a long time. If they do their job well for weeks on end, many people may never notice. But if they slip up just once, everyone seems to know about it instantly. This intense focus means responsibility gathers on the visible person. Problems across a community or organization are often seen as their personal problems. When people are frustrated or anxious, they look for a face to pin their feelings on. It is easier to be angry at a person than at a complex, faceless system. A visible leader becomes the designated recipient of this collective blame. This is not always a conscious or malicious act. It is simply how groups often manage shared stress. The leader becomes a container for everyone else's worries. The weight of this blame grows heavier with each setback. Hard work from a leader can sometimes make the pressure worse, not better. Working tirelessly, taking on more tasks, constantly being active, it can subtly raise the bar of public expectation. They begin to think that even bigger, faster results are possible. Praise for the effort fades, replaced by an expectation for perfection. At the same time that public expectations are rising, people are also carrying their own private stresses. Life brings a steady stream of small defeats, large defeats. Worries about jobs, health, family troubles, financial security. These anxieties build up inside a person. It stays inside, simmering under the surface. A hidden reservoir of frustration, powerful and unseen, always looking for a way to get out. When a visible leader struggles publicly, people can pour their private strain onto them. This process is called projection, a common, often unconscious defense. We take unacceptable feelings, anger, fear, a sense of powerlessness, and push them outward. We attribute them to someone else. Finding an external target can briefly relieve us. The leader, visible, imperfect, becomes the perfect screen. Projection is not logical, it is emotional. Anger at a leader may have little to do with performance. Mocking and ridicule can often feel like a powerful form of relief. When people see a visible leader make a mistake or show a moment of weakness, laughing at them can make them feel lighter for a short time. It is a quick and easy way to shift attention away from their own inner pain and onto someone else's outer flaws. The act of pointing out another's failure can create a temporary feeling of superiority and control. For a moment, the person who is mocking feels like they are on top, looking down. This can be a comforting feeling, especially for someone who feels powerless in their own life. The leader becomes a kind of release valve for the pressure that has been building up inside the community. Every sarcastic comment serves to let off a little bit of steam. It makes people feel like they are part of an in-group, the smart ones who can see the leader's flaws. Instead, they are reduced to their most mocked traits. Okay. The way we consume information today powerfully shapes these emotional reactions. We often see public figures through the very small window of a screen. Short video clips, catchy headlines, viral posts spread incredibly fast. A single short clip can easily capture a leader's single mistake. What this small window almost always removes is the context. It cuts away the hours of hard work that came before, the slow progress that is being made. Without context, moments can look much worse than they actually are. The platforms we use are designed to reward things that are short, punchy, emotionally engaging. A story of quiet competence is not as engaging as a story of dramatic failure. They show us more of what we react to. This creates a feedback loop. This environment makes it very difficult for a leader's steady, quiet work to be seen. People are not seeing the whole picture. This pattern repeats itself in many different places. It can show up in a small community group, a local sports team, even within a family. It appears wherever one person's face stands for many hidden and complex processes. A calm, steady look at this dynamic is useful. We can trace the path of how private stress can be transformed into public anger. We see not a single villain, but a complex web of human needs and systemic forces. Sometimes, hatred is not about failure. It is about pressure, visibility, and unresolved frustration. But it is real.